Talking about the role of LPS, how can LPS play significant roles in effectively managing and proactively preventing failing banks similar to those in the US, or while consistently enhancing the trust and confidence of depositors in Indonesia?
Well, first of all, we educate our population. We promote times again that LPS is there to protect their fund in the banking system. The second one, we are playing a more active role in the Financial Stability Committee. In the past, we are playing at the background, saying nothing, but now we can say everything. If, let's say, for example, when the central bank allowed the bond price to fall, or the bond yield to increase, we kind of signal them this will create a burden in the banking system. So the central bank adjusted slowly and lowered the yield again. That has prevented the thing that happened in SVB. Over there, the central bank is not that smart, right? It's not that smart and allowing the bond yield to fall very sharply. And as a result, the SVB incurred a significant loss that eventually reduced people over there confidence on the banking system. That's why after that, the Fed basically changed the monetary policy a bit. So we are playing an active role in that, and we are also maintaining our policy rate at a proper level to allow the bank to breathe and to allow the economy to grow at a okay rate, a significant rate, something like that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Purbaya. Okay, but Indonesian banks show promising growth, but the challenge still remains, Pak.
Still remain. We are monitoring from time to time and very detailed on weekly basis, on daily basis of what's happening in our banking system. We develop an early warning system for the banking system, so we know really beforehand if something bad is going to happen. And then we develop that because we understand that we have to move ahead of time. If one bank went bankrupt, goes bankrupt, and we know it's only later, the cost for us, for LPS, will be very high. I'm very concerned about my money. I want to save it as much as possible.
Okay, Mr. Purbaya, last question. There's a hope for global economic growth, but should we be more cautious? What do you think?
Yeah, we should be more cautious, but we don't have to worry too much because our economy is driven pretty much by domestic demand. If we can maintain our domestic demand with proper fiscal and monetary policy and our support, LPS support, we should be okay. Our fate depends on our policy.
Okay, Mr. Joe, what do you think about the global economic in the future?
Well, I think they're clearly facing a lot of uncertainties. We can't control whether there's another pandemic. Most epidemiologists think that we will have another pandemic. We don't know when. We don't know how long the war in Russian invasion of Ukraine is going to last. We don't know how the geopolitical tensions between the United States and China will play out, and all of those will have very big ramifications, let alone how the inflation is going to play out. I think for a country like Indonesia, the kind of balanced perspective that's just been presented, that a country that is both open but highly reliant on domestic demand is really important. That if you have a strong domestic economy, you can take advantage of opportunities abroad, but you don't become totally dependent on them. Because the fact of the matter is, there are a lot of uncertainties and vagaries in the global economy. You don't want to be totally dependent on whether the US election turns out the wrong way, or whether the monetary policy in the United States is set in the wrong way or the right way. You have to be able to have enough autonomy for your own economy to weather these storms that you're going to hit you. but at least you have a kind of core stability from your own economy that you can go ahead and grow and enhance the standard of living of the Indonesian people.